one of the reasons why I cried in the hospital was wondering, what did I do to cause this? There was nothing I did. And that took a long time to understand. Dr. Ojoku had me on, this new system, this new way of life. So after the implant has been put in, you will get a bit of spotting. So 2 or 3 days, the weekend of my surgery, I remember I had a very terrible, 2 days. It was so bad to the point that I remember my husband had called Dr. Ojoku because I was having a cycle, but not really having a cycle. And then, just having going through surgery as well. It was so painful. The bleeding was painful. I remember my husband calling Dr. Ojoku and just saying, she's in so much pain. Can we just up the cocodamol? What can we do? And he says, okay, you can give her a bit more, but he will just watch through the night. And I remember he didn't sleep. Dr. Ojoku didn't sleep. He was constantly checking his WhatsApp and his messages just to see how I was doing that night. And so the spotting sort of stopped. I was on all these different types of medication, all these different types of painkillers and stool softeners after coming, out of surgery as well, because some of these medications do make you very constipated. So we got through that really rough night. And, I was able to sort of move around the house at least maybe 10 to 15 minutes every single day, just getting up. I was walking around hunched over for a good while until I was able to sort of stand up straight. And I remember one of the decisions, one of the reasons why we were able to go with Dr. Ojoku was that, he said to me, Dr. Kemi knows that when she sends me her patients, I send them back. Dr. Femi, the anesthesiologist, has put his own family members under before. And those are the things that sort of made me comfortable. I still had to have my compression socks on for about 10 days or so after surgery. And then I had my follow-up call with Dr. Kemi, and again, she just made me feel so comfortable and reassured me and said, hey, we're going to treat this as boxes, right? We're just going to check every single box. The first box now is for us to be able to take care of the cyst, and the cyst has revealed the endometriosis, but I am very healthy. I do feel very good. The other thing that I remember, recovering, just remembering, all the drip that I had in this hand right here, and just watching my hand swell up and get a bit blue because it had just been under so much pressure. Getting my antibiotics in my drip, I remember that was also quite painful because, again, my hand had been through so much. I remember just literally seeing my boobs do this, and seeing a rash and seeing all of these different things. But again, Dr. Ojoku was great in explaining to me that this was all part of the process. I think I just had my latest injection, and I think one of the things that I'm experiencing now is hair loss, particularly around the front of my hair. But yeah, I mean, it's going well. The hot flashes are extra special. I don't know, maybe I will talk about some of these other symptoms and experiences, but I just wanted to share with people and have people understand that if you are in pain, if you have very painful periods, if you go through any of these things, they're not normal, they're not okay, and you should definitely get them checked out. And endometriosis is one of those things that it's a chronic disease and chronic condition that so many women go through, and it is hard to sympathize or connect with because the pains are invisible. I cannot explain the pains that I typically used to have. I just know that they were excruciating, and it was bloody murder, to be honest with you. But it feels good to be able to understand what it is, because in all my years I've been diagnosed with IBS. with food intolerances, with gastro issues, and that's what happened. Is that doctors will diagnose you based on their industry and based on their, you know, their expertise. And, you know, this is something that Dr. Kemi was able to help me understand, is that with endometriosis is that what we try to do is just check every single box until we get to that last one. And all of these things that I was going through were just signs and pointing to the endo, which can only be seen when you're actually inside the body. So if you do feel pain, if you do have these symptoms, if you do feel like you have hormone imbalances, if you do feel like, you know, things are changing and that you can't explain, if you have a cycle in 5 days, or, you know, if anything, I encourage you to please go and get it checked out. Please get a scan done. I'm going to leave a lot of information below. I'm open to answering some questions as much as I can. If you would like me to document this journey a bit more, and menopause and, you know, everything that I'm going through right now, please let me know. Yeah, I am doing great. Emotionally, I am, as of today, I am doing very good. I do have moments where I do have very bad days, and that's also very hard. It's hard on me, and it's hard on the people that I'm around, not being able to explain myself. A lot of the things that has changed for me is my attitudes to certain things. Yeah, there are a lot of things that I'm discovering about the implant and the symptoms that come with that. Also, you know, I'm happy to be healthy. I'm happy to be on the mend. I'm happy that, you know, what is inside me now is killing off all of those cells and all of those, you know, all of the bad things that don't need to be there anymore. So my journey continues. Yeah, but I encourage you to definitely speak up, definitely ask for help. And as women, I think it's important to definitely do a scan at least twice a year, an ultrasound, a TBS. Definitely need to see what's happening in your body, and don't be afraid. So if you are currently going through endometriosis, I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear the things that you've tried that have worked for you. Yeah, and I hope that this has educated you in some shape or form. So to everyone that I had to say no to for projects, for occasions, for things, I'm sorry, but this is why. And I look forward to living my best life and being 100%. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace, love, and all the above.